by Japanese. So obviously what we are planning here, not just creating itself knowledge and company, it's more identity of personal. So unfortunately, one of the most powerful manager tools for doing, also among the frequent overlooked, is that managers, they involve with the workers while they are doing, creating innovation. They see how work is done and how the work is going, and adding more experience as well. This simple suggestion is also use language while they cannot express their language in words. They use it simple. So that's sort of symbolism is the language in Japanese gesture. Manager also realized that along with the post-war generation, entire the car parking managers, the production design cannot be aged and controversial idea about what making a car. So during the Japanese after World War, they come up with a Hyundai. So they use this one, how the future car will be look. So basically the design is smaller car, but it's still comfortable enough to comfort the users. The whole approach for the Japanese is maximum based on the machine concept that is generate fall and short car quiet preventing in Japan. So basically what that means is they're creating ideas while they're using the machine, but these ideas have been implemented through the human thinking and resources. Now I will hand it over to my friend Father.
Thank you very much. Before I started, I will hand over this exercise too, because by the end of my presentation, I reckon we'll be able to answer this one. Please continue. I'll be talking about managing the knowledge and creating company. The fundamental principle of organization design in a Japanese company is the conscious overlap of company information, business activities, and managerial responsibility. Building a redundant organization is the first step in managing the knowledge creating company. Redundancy is important because it encourages frequent dialogue and communication. This helps create a common connective ground among employees and thus facilitate that transfer to tacit knowledge. Since members of the organization share overlapping information, they can sense that what others are struggling to articulate. Redundancy also spread new exploit knowledge through the organization, so it can be internalized by employees. The organization logic of redundancy helps explain why Japanese company manage product develop as an overlapping process where different fundamental division works together in a shared division of labor. We have a typical example at Canada. Redundancy product development goes one step further. The company organized product development team according to the principle of the international competition. A team is divided into two components. Group that develop different approach of the same project and then argue over advantage and disadvantage of whatever product that they're looking into of their proposal. This encourages the team to look at a project from a variety of perspectives under the guidelines of the team leaders. The team eventually develop a common understanding of the best approach. The best approach that will suit the company interests. In one sense, you might think, oh, why are they wasting, why are they creating two different teams for the same purpose? But when you look at it, in a group of employees pursuing the same product development project, but when responsibility are shared, information proliferates, and then the organization's ability to create and implement concept is accelerate. As the example suggests, no one department or group of experts has the exclusive responsibility for creating new knowledge. In the knowledge creating company, senior managers, middle manager, and frontliner employees all play a part. Indeed, the value of any one person contribution is determined less by his or her location in the organization hierarchy, but by the importance of the information he or she provide to the entire knowledge creating system. But this is not to say that there is no differentiation among roles and responsibility. In the knowledge creating company, in fact, creating new knowledge is a product of a dynamic interaction among three roles, like I mentioned before, which are the frontliner, you have the middle manager, and senior executive. Furthermore, we have another typical example, the decision by Mazda to pursue the development of a routing engine, in a classic example of the more qualitative kind of justification. In 1974, the product developed team working on the engine was facing heavy pressure within the company to abandon the project. The routing engine was a gas guzzling, criticized, complying, it would never succeed in the marketplaces, and which all managers and people within the company start to talk about and say they should just forget about the project and look at something much better. But the manager, Yamamoto, head of the development team, the current Mazda chairman, argued that to stop the project will mean giving up on the company dream of revolution. The combustion engine, let's think this way. Yamamoto proposed, we are making history. It is our fate to deal with the challenges. The decision to continue lead to Mazda's success with the engine, which later they start producing sport cars, the Savannah RX-7, and so on and so forth. So to end the presentation, I'll stop here for now, and I will give you guys a couple of minutes to take over the slide. Thank you.
Thank you.
So yeah, we'll just read first. You're gonna find one. No. Yeah, one of them. Sorry.
So they want to do a testimony. We got two. We can. Three. Oriented, yes. It has two. Oriented. go home for a coffee. So that means 10:30. 7:30.
You guys done? Thank you.
Oh, are you running?
Otherwise you're gonna lose those. Quick. Thanks.
Thanks, man.
Okay.
This is probably like part of the way you teach. Well, I suppose it's in academic fields. People will do that in a relationship. You'll be like, you can work better without you. It's a distraction anyway. You're either thinking of doing something else.
Class, please, we're not going to take much of your time. We just want to put the answer of the board so you'll be able to know where you make a mistake and things like that and correct it. So I'll write on this side. That was it.
No, I mean, it's a victory.
We said tanks with rain. We said tanks with rain, and that's
Confusing. That doesn't make sense.
yeah. That was
Oh. Such a weird question. I thought it was a trick question. I should have said stuff.
Highlighters. How do you highlight?